I have to mention on page 16, no one is solving the problems. This is our government again. People saying, you know, something needs to be done now to move this country forward. And as a youngster, you'll probably agree that maybe, yes, we should be moving forward.
Yes, exactly. We should forget and we should learn from the previous mistakes,
Yes.
and we should move forward.
Yeah. Yeah, I think my guest last week said, obviously we had the remembrance service, and she said, we must remember, but we must move forward. I have to compliment you on the centre pages, because I think Sue Ghazi, our editor, said you designed the centre pages again this week, and I must admit they look wonderful. All the celebrations there, Republic Day.
Yeah, thanks.
Lovely page.
Thank you,
Lots of colour.
Maggie. Basically, this is the idea of our editor, Sue. She provided me the layout, but
Right.
I set it.
Yes, it's lovely. And I mean, people probably don't realise, you know, we all read the paper and we think, oh yeah, that's lovely. You don't realise how much work, and I know you all spend here at the Star Kibros Media Group a lot of time producing a quality paper.
Yes. You know, the designing is like a romance.
Yes.
You are involved in this, and you do not know what's going on in your surrounding.
No.
So you are in front of your screen 5-6 hours.
Yes. Totally involved.
Totally
in it.
involved in the screen, and then you realize, oh, job finished, today finished, it's night time, let's go
Yes.
home. So
In the
time goes
dark,
fast.
yes.
Yes, time goes like this.
But it's lovely when you produce such a lovely paper, and as you say, Sue Ghazi, our editor, always comes up with some fantastic articles. And when you have a team like yourself behind, it's lovely,
I
isn't
appreciate the teamwork. It is basically a teamwork. Yes.
It is, yes, to get a paper together every week.
That's right.
You know, it's finding news, new news. And talking about news, you write, and your column is this week on page 19 in the Turkey Star side, and you've got events and situations in the media. I have been following your articles because it always interests me, new technology, me being so old. I mean, let's talk about your article first, events and situations in the media. You say we're all journalists as well.
Yes, you are a journalist, I am a journalist, everybody is a journalist. Who have a smartphone, he is a journalist.
Yeah.
So the purpose of that article, the topic of that article was every one of us is journalist, a reporter, and a filmmaker.
Yeah.
The purpose of that article is to educate the people. Everybody 99% of us have a smartphone nowadays. So if you are finding something is going good or something is going wrong, just don't be afraid, okay?
Yeah.
Take out your mobile, record it, and put it on the social network. It will be very helpful for the government to solve the issues, and it will very helpful for the people who want new ideas. So they can use their devices, and they are okay with that. So it's very
powerful.
simple.
Very powerful.
Very
Just
powerful.
this, your mobile phone, which will take photographs, send it around the world,
Yes.
is so powerful. How
Yes.
things have come along.
As picture upload or a small video upload on the internet, in
Yes.
1 minute or 2 minutes or 10 minutes later, it will get a huge viewership. Okay, so today is the time of if maybe you are familiar with Web 2.0.
Yes.
Web 2.0 is a two-way communication. Okay, for example, in our previous time when media was old media, you cannot comment, you cannot give comment, you just watch your screen and you are unable to say them, to feedback either it is good or bad. But in our time we have a Web 2.0 two-way communication, so we can reply, oh, we don't like this program, oh, we like your program, and you can suggest.
Yeah.
So these are the things when the people are, nowadays people are powerful.
Yes, everybody is powerful. It
Yeah.
doesn't have to be somebody in your position or an editor of a newspaper or the owner of a television.
Yes, as a media person we can understand, but the normal public cannot understand. So in this article which we are talking about the events and the situation in the media, if you see the graph, the effect of the violence which we are watching on a screen, it is related to that.
Yes.
Okay. This is basically a mind control agenda of the government. They cannot say directly, because nowadays we cannot win a war by force only. We need years to change the thinking of the people. So the people are watching their movies, but they don't know who is making. They don't know what is the agenda behind the movies. So if you read in the article, I mentioned that it is very easy to find the online sources which provide us about the latest movies or any kind of movies.
Yes.
You can watch the movie, you can mind it, and then you cannot know what you are going to use in future. But of course there are a planning, there is a propaganda behind those violence effect. And not only in the movies, violence is everywhere.
Yes, it
Even
is.
in the video game, where you are the first person shooting video game, where you are the controller of the gun and you are killing the people. And one more game I like to quote, in which there is a option, either you can escape the mission or you can continue. Of army person, as you are entering as an army person in a shopping center and you are killing the innocents. So this is a video game. These are the video games which we are playing now, our generation are playing now. So the impact of these violence is coming in our society. But the question is that if we cannot enjoy, we will not play. So we are taking violence as a enjoyment. So there should be a one law, or there should be a one limit of violence which we are going to publish on here.
Yes.
So my opinion is still coming. I'm still doing research on these issues because my thesis was related to that topic. Well, I have a book, I can write a book, but the issue is still unclear and there is no conclusion still.
Right.
So as I mentioned you, you know the situation. So what is your conclusion on this violence in media?
Oh, I hate it. I absolutely hate it because we live in a cocoon. So I will only see a certain type of film or go into a website that I would be happy with. I don't know about the very dark side of the internet. And that is what worries me, because a lot of children get into the internet. There is tremendous amount of problems with it. The internet is marvelous, don't get me wrong, but it has a very dark side, and that worries me. And violence in films and games, I think, is wrong, because I know that some organizations use those as a training facility,
Yes.
and that is very scary to me.